Hi everyone. Today I want to talk to you very briefly about investments in a general sense. Now, there are many types of investments. There are long-term investments and there are short-term investments. Typically, most of your long-term investments will give you higher interest yield. In other words, you'll be able to get more out of them than the short-term investments. Because remember, the financial institutions where you are depositing your funds, they need to then forward lend those same funds. So if you give them a longer period with your funds, you're likely to get more interest. However, it all depends on the option that you choose. So a lot of people decide, well, I'm going to buy shares, and you speculate and you decide, hopefully maybe in another year or 2 years, the share price of the counter that I've specifically bought will go up and I'll be able to make money. I must say, when you're interested in buying shares and you choose that as an option, as a vehicle, let's use that word, you need to be prepared to be in for the long haul. It's not very often that you will gain profit in the short term. So those are normally long-term investments, which you'll need to watch. And of course, if at any point your counter starts to dip or the share price of that particular listed entity starts to go down, you need to know if you can offload them, whether you would recover your initial investment or not. You've also got your short-term investment. Some people will just put their money in a MoneyLink account. Now, that's a safer option because you know that the initial amount you invested will always be available. It'll never devalue. You will get a slight amount of interest over and above that, but you are not taking the risk. Therefore, you're not getting such a huge interest rate back. Of course, within that, you do have various savings options and you have various interest rates. Have a good day.